What's that sound that go through the night? Sound I hear when I'm holding you tight.
R.I.P.
That's it's a sad day. I can't finish the song.
Nigga Chips want to mess up the whole flow, son.
That's my love going bang, bang, bang. With my love goes bang, bang, bang. You better run for cover.
That's Chris alter ego.
Yettidee.
Chips, give me the horns. Welcome. Another day, another episode. We are here, but it's a tough episode, you know. R.I.P. to an iconic legend, comedic legend, John Witherspoon. If you're unaware, he is the godfather of my gamer tag, my license plate. Yettidee, how to do?
Chris wishes adopted father.
Nah, I'm good. He ain't make that much money, but
matter
of fact, yeah, because he make more than my dad ever did. Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't be talking about my uncle like that.
He did the universal nigga sign, and yes, I know I said it. You started scratching your neck, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, we're here for another episode. Welcome back, everybody. I am Chris. We got Chips in the building.
Hookah Poppy, holla at me.
Rocking his blue and white. PH.
Don't even mention no sports to me.
Listen, dog. Listen, I ain't even gonna say nothing, man. All I'm gonna say is that do-rag look nice. Do-rag look nice. You know. You got some other ones in the room with you?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna show those later. I got you.
You gonna show them later? All right.
Yeah,
all
I
right,
got you.
all right.
I got you.
You know. When you come up, just bring one of them. You don't got to send them all off. When you do send them, just bring one. He don't need them.
Fuck all that. Yo, you got the listen, I'm gonna pass. Keep on going.
Listen, I got you. You know, I'm gonna get that for you when you. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Transactions are coming.
Cha-ching. But again, welcome back, man. We are here. You know, that song you heard was from an epic episode of the Wayans Brothers. John Witherspoon was his normal pops on that show. You might know him from movies such as Friday After Next, and every other Friday.
All the collard green, all the hog maw.
He was in other movies such as Vampire in Brooklyn. Boomerang. House Party. To name a few, man. This guy is
$15,000 for this house.
All I see is ass everywhere. There's ass everywhere. They get your ass inside the house.
$15,000
I paid for this house.
$15,000? Where the fuck was he living?
Hey, dog, wasn't that shit shot in like Cleveland or some wild Midwestern city?
I'd move there for $15,000. That looked like a nice neighborhood, minus the party, and even the party looked cool. So I was like,
yeah, it was just a bunch of bad kids.
Oh, Frank with the buzzer beater.
I'd have lived there when I was in high school, though. There was a lot of things out there. Sherang. But yo, Chips, what's your fondest Pops memory, man?
Yo.
Oh Lord.
And that
oh my God. Yo, still with this shit?
My bad.
You are now.
All
right.
Yo.
All you saw was his face like this.
Your face is like this.
Then it was like,
and then you was down like this. Yo, that shit look crazy.
It's raining up here in the mountains. My internet acting kind of crazy.
That's what happens when you up in Canada.
You asked me my memory of Pops.
Your fondest memory of Pops. Yep.
For me, it had to be Friday in the kitchen. Motherfuckers eating all the food in the refrigerator because that is the life of so many Black families. I went through it. My mother went through it. And it's like, it's no other frustration than going into that refrigerator, knowing you're about to get something and open that refrigerator and that shit is gone and you got your mouth fixed for that shit, pause. But, yo, that shit was hilarious to me when he was like, y'all motherfucker, you eat everything in here, all the hog maw, all the pig feet. That whole line was just a staple of his career. Like, you say that and people could recite it with you. And he just made being that old grumpy man, grandpops or father, like so funny and so comedic. Like it was like so natural for him. Like it wasn't nothing for, and the dance moves and when he doing his 2 steps and
stomp the roaches, now slide.
Yo, but he literally could take that act across so many platforms and make it work. It was amazing. And he will be missed. Another legend gone today, R.I.P. It's crazy. I was shocked because I woke up at like 3-something in the morning. I think that's when I posted it, and I saw it, and it was just out of nowhere. That we didn't even know like he was sick or nothing like that, and then he passed away all of a sudden. Man, it's sad, man. Another legend gone, man. PH?
There's so many, like you said, but I'm gonna have to go with. Damn, I don't even know. Now I'm gonna take it to the Boondocks. My episode of the Itis. My man made that burger. I was trying to find the ingredients to the whole fucking burger, but I can't even remember what it was, man. But anyway, with his passing, all of the stuff that was coming out, they was going to do another Friday. Boondocks was being remade. Well, not remade, but restarted. And how you going to have Boondocks without Pops? Pops? I don't know, man. Even though there was like, it came out of nowhere. He died, but man was 77. 77 years old, man. Past 60, that's you on borrowed time.
Every year a blessing after that.
Yeah, and then on top of that, he was Black and he was a nigga. Yes, I'm taking that charge.
It's like your second one in like 5 minutes. You all right today?
Nah.
God damn.
I don't even know where we're going with this, but go ahead.
I'm pretty sure Pops was exactly how he is all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That caused a lot of fights, a lot of arguments, a whole lot of scraps. I'm pretty sure Pops know how to fight. He had to. He had to know how to fight. But now, all jokes aside, though, man, but he will be missed, man. He definitely will be missed.
Man, so I had training today, so I had to get up fucking butt early this morning, and I seen that shit from you. I was like, God damn. Then in one of my other group chats, my homeboy posted that video of him fucking singing that song. I was in the shower. What's that sound? Yeah, but I got to the training, and one of the questions was, tell me something that nobody will know about yourself. When you go to these little like work trainings and shit, they give you these icebreakers to do and shit. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna talk about this. So I brung it up and I mentioned, that's my license plate. And so like our first break, this white manager came to me. Unfortunately, I hope like nobody really laughed and like gave the nod that they understood, unfortunately, except the Black people that was in this training. But white manager came over to me and was like, hey, John Witherspoon, who's that? And I was like, oh,
What?
man.
Get out my damn face.
He was like, it sounds familiar. The first thing, and this is the most iconic line to me that came to me, was, and I swear, it's like, it's hand in hand. My favorite line from him is, "Get the fuck out of my face, Stanley."
Yo, man.
When he was trying to go take a shit,
boy.
he was like, "Get the fuck out of my face, Stanley." Motherfucker opened the bathroom and said, "Oh Lord, Stanley."
Yo, my bad. He walked around with air freshener.
Yo, not even just air freshener, the Indian joint. But so I was like, oh yeah, well, I was like, he's most famous for like, his Friday movies. He was in Friday. This motherfucker looked at me and said, "My friends have told me I need to watch Friday. I never see it."
Well, he is white, but I got you right now, Chris. Here you go. Well, let me see if it'll play. Can you hear it?
Nah, I can't hear it.
Yeah. Some love go bang bang bang.
But it was like, and yeah, granted, PH, it is Friday, but I feel like Friday is not black cinema. Friday is not black cinema. Friday is universal cinema by now.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong in feeling that way?
Nah, I think it is. I think a lot of people seen it.
So yeah, this man just said, "I never seen it." I just shook my head. But outside of the movies, if you have never, and everybody always talks about Martin, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, if you have not watched any of the Wayans Brothers sitcom, you are doing yourself a disservice at good fucking comedy. Between him and Marlon fucking Wayans, Sean was just there because he was a brother. He had to be on the show legally because Keenan made sure he was in the contract.
Probably.
But for the sake of just John Witherspoon and Marlon Wayans, at least watch season 1. Like, hands down, season 1 of the Wayans Brothers was the best shit ever. Like, shit was reckless. Fucking shit just was a real good show. It also included, pure black family shit that you had to go through on a regular basis. That brother that keep losing jobs or have every job in the world. The other brother that fucking pussy whipped and stuck on a fucking female that he talked to at the time. Ain't that right, Tips? You got a brother like that. But
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about my brother like that.
Chill. I wasn't invited. Fuck that. But yeah,
Yo, Jeff, get in the comments, man. Defend your honor, brother. Don't let them talk about you like that.
Man. But yeah, man, John Witherspoon was definitely a great, comedian, actor, been around for a very long time. And I'll say he's going to be missed, but his comedy is going to live on. Shit like Yettidee and Bang 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 ain't going nowhere. Like, people going to use his lines. Like, people going to say the lines from Friday because most of the lines that you remember is the shit that he said.
Mm-hmm. Don't go in the bathroom about 35, 45 minutes.
5 minutes. Yo, I say that at least twice a week at work, son.
Motherfucker said, I've been smelling your shit for 20-something years. You can't smell mine for 5 minutes?
Yo.
Don't nobody go in there for about 25, 35 minutes.
But yeah, man, definitely will be missed. It's fucking crazy. He was literally just down here in Richmond performing at a comedy club called The Funny Bone about a couple weeks ago. So he's still on tour. So you figure he's 77 years old, still on tour doing comedy, probably getting God knows what. He probably was still busting these young betties down. No, no kids in the world. Pop that blue pill, go to work.
His love go bang, bang, bang.
Word, for real. So I'm not surprised. Like, unfortunately, it's like you sad, but then it's like he lived a long life. Fucking a famous entertainers or actors' lifestyle to make it that long is rare. But again, we'll be missed.
Heaven is popping right now. Him and Bernie Mac have roast right now, fam.
Chill, man. Him, Bernie Mac, and Red Fox. Because when you said that, get your mouth ready, shit, pause. First thing I thought of was Harlem Nights when whatchamacallit was trying to get the orange juice. When Vera was trying to get the orange juice, she said, "I got my mouth ready for some orange juice, and ain't nothing but a swallow left." So they swallow it and shut your fat ass up.
Yo,
shit.
You blind motherfucker.
That bitch. I love that girl.
Yo.
Oh, man. We could go all day on this shit, man. But next topic, moving on. All right. So police brutality is something that we've been dealing with, obviously, for years, decades, centuries even. But as of recent, I guess you could say things may have taken a change, but I'll just throw the question out there. Recent, matter of fact, Chips, go ahead and bring it in. Tell us what you saw.
So there was a video that surfaced of an altercation with a bunch of teenagers in a New York City train station in Brooklyn. I guess it was a fight between kids. And when the video starts, you can see a bunch of cops trying to separate a scuffle or fight on the ground. They pull one kid up. They separate the fight. The one kid stands up and he's fresh off of being separated. And, you know, he's standing there like this or whatever, you know, trying to hold his balance or whatever, not be pulled away. And it looks like another cop, white cop, comes in from out of nowhere, tried to go one direction, couldn't go that direction, went around another cop and just came in with a haymaker, like not trying to grab the kid or whatever. He came in with a haymaker and just laid the kid out. Soon as he hit the kid falls on the floor. Another cop jumps on top of the kid to try to restrain him or whatever. The kid is like balled up like this, and they're trying to, I guess, get his arms behind his back. And then after that, the cop that threw the punch gets up, turns around like he's looking for who's next, sees his other kid standing there, and just turns around and just straight mop. But this kid ain't really budged. This kid took the hit and started shooting the fire with the cop. So now they throwing blows with each other, and the kid that was recording, you know, they're trying to get him to stop recording and move back and put his phone. He's screaming, "I know my rights. I can record. While this cop is going at it and throwing blows with the other teenager.
So now, before you give your opinion on it, I just want to say, I want to throw my question there. I wanted Chips to give the rundown of what, you know, preface what we're talking, and hopefully we can try and get the video on here. But are the actions by the NYPD still overbearing, or in this video, is this police in the right for his actions? Chips, go ahead and just jump right into your feelings about what you saw.
I don't want to say the NYPD. It's I don't know what it is. It's about something about cops, and some of them feeling like, one, they don't have no restraint. Two, they don't fucking use their head. If you're thinking about your employment or, you know, the risk of losing your job. And three, the power that they feel they have. Like, there were several cops down there, several cops. All the other cops are doing the right thing. They're trying to pull the kids off of each other. They're not choking nobody. They're just trying to separate it. We was teenagers once. We grew up in New York City. How many fights have you seen on the subway?
All the time after school.
All the time.
That's exactly what that looked like.
I've seen the worst shits on the train, fam.
And me personally, I've never seen a cop have to punch a kid to break up a fight. So what power trip is that cop on that he feels although there are several other cops there breaking up the fight and pulling the kids apart, that you feel you need to come in from the backside. Somebody on the radio said, I think it was Rosenberg, was like, he looked like somebody who just pulled up to a fight. Like, he got the call and was like, yo, we fighting. And he pulled up in the car, and just jumped out the car, don't know what the fuck is going on, and just started swinging.
You hit the person next to you.
Yeah, this is my shit, man.
No, he didn't even do that. He just jumped out the car and just started swinging on anybody. Like, what? Like, why are you power tripping the field? You got to be the one to come in there and throw in haymakers. You sucker punched that first kid. You sucker punch. That kid ain't see it coming. He was turned this way, and you punched him from over here.
Nah, he saw that shit coming.
No, the first kid did not see that coming.
The first one, he turned him around, and all you saw was face like, oh shit. It's ridiculous the way some of these cops act and the way some of these cops power trip. There is a reason why the police have a protocol, and I don't get how these cops don't think about their fucking job and their career. Like, it's not going to go well for you, especially after all this Eric Garner shit and, you know, the cop down in Texas that shot the lady in her house playing video games with her nephew. Like, think about your fucking career. Like, it's mad cops there. Your life is not in danger. The kid is not swinging on you, and you just gonna come in there punching. Now, the NYPD did do the right thing. They put him to desk duty, and they're investigating, but he has to lose his job. We don't need that type of police work. Like, it's the community relationships with cop is not gonna get no better as long as you have cops that continuously, it seems like every week some incident is coming up on the news where a cop is overstepping his boundary. Go ahead, PH.
Well, I mean, damn, you done took all the points and words and.
I mean, he gave it to you like that. Damn, I'd be like, damn, I didn't do it.
I'm just like, I don't get it, and I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it, man. Because some of these cops, like, they power trip for no reason. Like, it's ridiculous.
Look, I got out of my law enforcement duties that I had. You know, I see firsthand how even just being a correction officer, they let that power go to their head because they in there with some prisoners. And, you know, sometimes some days didn't work out for some of them CLs. Because them prisoners just didn't give a shit. Word, okay, I got you. Just get punched, beat up. A couple of them got stabbed. I mean, not where I worked, but at other facilities. I mean, and it's just not cops, though. I mean, it's a lot of law enforcement, and not all of them, like you said. It's just certain individuals. And maybe he had a bad day. You know, maybe he just got on the phone with his wife. His wife just yelled at him. He got caught cheating.
Fuck that.
So
Fuck
I don't
that.
know. So he came in flying like, fuck it. You know what? You did it. Oh, that's it. I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to. I don't know, man. He was having a bad day. Took it out on somebody else, and my bad. This your house, like Martin said. I have the right. Woosa. Nah, but you know, pretty much everything that you said is true, man. And I hate that us black people are going through this so often. It seems like you said, what we hear is once or twice a week. Just imagine what's really out there that we don't hear.
Facts.
And it ain't just us black people, you know, Hispanics, they getting it just as bad now. For motherfucking Trump trying to kick them out the goddamn country.
Viva la Mexico!
You know, and man, listen, I don't even want to get into all of that. What you got, Chris? Go ahead.
As a black man, I understand the frustration. and I understand the bullshit that's going on. In this case, I have to disagree. I feel like in the cases of
always gotta be the
no.
Hold on.
Let me finish.
Why? Yeah,
let me finish.
I'm gonna let you finish.
God damn. That's because I disagree with you two motherfuckers. I don't gotta agree with y'all.
Yes, you do, man. We all in the car together, all right? Kick your ass out.
I ain't do it. This his car. I'm just getting a ride. But like I said, I disagree in this case. Now, does that not mean there's rabbit shit happening all over the place? Absolutely not. I agree with that sentiment.
Speak about this
case. Motherfucker, wait. I'm prefacing here. In this case, I feel like if I was that police officer, I would have done the same exact shit. Here's why. Kid is pulled off of a pile. You're absolutely correct, Chips. There are plenty of cops around. But you see a kid who was just pulled off of a pile standing over top of your fellow officers. Because they're not standing up. They're all bent over down, addressing a situation. Whether it's detaining somebody, separating, whatever, they're all basically in a position where they could be sucker punched, they shit could be grabbed, whatever. In this case, I feel like there's been plenty of other cases where the outcome has been worse, but because the cop overreacted to another level, i.e. pulling his gun out, letting bullets fly, shit like that. I feel like him punching the kid in the face, even though it is over aggressive, I like the first kid, absolutely, because he was in the middle of the mix. You can see him being separated from whatever was happening on the pile. Now, unfortunately, we couldn't see the video leading up to that, so we couldn't see who was the aggressor or anything like that. The second kid, that one I feel like is over aggression, and he was wilding at that point. Because the second kid, you had no idea where he was coming from. He could have been literally walking by, had nothing to do with the entire situation. But because you turned around and saw a black kid, I'm gonna hit him too. He
was feeling himself. He just got one hit.
Which is,
that was good.
And I agree. That's why I say he was wilding for that second one. The first one, the kid was clearly in the mix and in the middle of what was going on. I don't have a problem with that one because, again, I feel like it could have been worse due to, I feared for my life. You know, all the shit that Chip said. Because usually that's the excuse they use to shoot a black motherfucker. I'll be fine if more cops shot the 5 with a motherfucker instead of shooting them. Fuck it. Get a nigga a chance. So for me, in this situation, I disagree with y'all because of that. Your rebuttal, sir. Because I see you eager. You eager right now.
I'm not eager. Here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
You do know that a cop cannot just physically punch somebody in the face.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's one thing where he's wrong automatically.
No, like you said, cannot just. If he wasn't a part of the melee or a part of that, it
doesn't matter. If one single cop comes up to a fight between two people, that cop cannot punch somebody in the face to break up the fight.
Sorry, I don't know the rule book, but go ahead.
I'm telling you that a cop cannot do that. A cop cannot.
You have to show me.
That's because you know why?
Guide 5A.
You know why? That is considered excessive force. In that moment, if you said the cop was concerned about that kid standing over another cop or being able to, you go to grab that kid and restrain him. Now, you can tackle a kid to the floor if you think that's what's happening, but you cannot physically raise your fist up, balled up, and punch a kid in the face. If I'm that kid's father, I don't give a fuck if my kid is in the middle of a fight, if my kid is in the middle of stomping somebody in their stomach or whatever. That's not your job to punch my kid in the face. Because now my kid is not only fighting that person, he's fighting a cop that's supposed to be stopping the situation. And stopping the situation does not mean punching my kid in the face.
He was successful in stopping it.
But that don't mean it was the right way to stop it.
He got the job done.
No. And I don't know why he punching my son in the fucking face because he's fighting.
Yo,
like
that
I
wasn't
said,
Keyshawn, fam.
from what I
Relax.
viewed,
That wasn't Keyshawn, right?
It's nah, but it could be.
it could
But
be.
it could
though.
be.
And I see his point. Like I said,
It could be.
like I said, don't get it twisted as if I don't see the reason for what you're saying or the point that you're making. I absolutely do. My only issue is you have cops in a position where they can't defend themselves and they have to pull you out. Or
But
whatever.
that's my thing. He wasn't in the danger of him specifically, or no cop there. It was a bunch of cops on that platform. He did not have to take it that far. That's my
But again,
thing.
just because they were there, the ones that the kid got separated from were in no place to defend themselves.
But the kid wasn't swinging.
But you, again, I say, you don't know that though. You don't know what could have escalated from
Sir,
there.
listen, sir.
Fuck it,
Sir.
I'm just wild out. Don't push me off.
Sir, you cannot say, and that's what these cops do when they shoot people. They say, well,
Which I
this
agree.
could have happened. This could have happened. That is not their job to fucking enforce shit before things happen. That is not, like, they cannot do that.
Ho. Because we literally just had a conversation about the kid that got arrested for making the fucking comment about blowing up, shooting up.
No, he made it.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm gonna talk to that.
Wait a minute. Because we just had that conversation about the kid being arrested because he made the comment, and the mother said, oh, well, he was just talking. We can't wait to see if this is something that he is going to do.
Sir, the kid got arrested because he made the threat. That already happened.
Okay.
He made the threat.
But
right?
but they stopped him before something happened.
Right? No, what happened is he made the threat. That's why he got arrested, because he made the threat.
Comment. Yeah, he made the comment.
All right, so that's what I'm saying.
And what was the response from the parent?
You said, I'm not talking about the parent. I already said the parent was wrong. But in this case, that has nothing to do with this case. A kid is being broken up from a fight. That cop with a bunch of other cops came around. All the other cops was just separating them, grabbing and pulling and separating kids. That's what they was doing the right way. This motherfucker, which is why he's on desk duty and being investigated, because he went overboard.
He on desk duty because that's the right thing to do to make it look like they care. He gonna be right back.
Listen, I'm not gonna judge them and say because they look like they care. Because if they end up firing him, they do the right thing or whatever.
But do you honestly feel like they're gonna fire him?
I feel like he's gonna lose his job. I feel like he's gonna.
All right. So once that verdict comes out, let's revisit this because I feel like ain't shit gonna happen to him.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. But the right thing to do.
Definitely.
The right thing to do is to take him off of street duty, put his ass behind the desk.
Investigate the situation, yeah.
Exactly. So they did that. Kudos to them. And now it's up to you whether you feel like he needs to be suspended, I think he needs to lose his job, because if he did that once, he's going to do it again. Plain and simple.
Not the first time. He probably choked out mad people.
Exactly. So my point is, it was other cops there, like at least 5 or 6 other cops there doing their job the responsible way, and you went rogue. You cannot punch my kid in the face. That's nowhere near where. And you would be tight if your child was in a fight and a cop punched him in the face like that.
Absolutely.
You won't be up there.
Yeah.
Okay,
but again, looking at the video, stepping away from my emotional ties it could have been my kid.
Pop,
no, I'm not finished. Hold on, and I'm not.
Please post this video, son.
And I'm Chris.
No, I'm talking to the editor. Post the video.
Okay.
In the middle of
my view in that video
this conversation.
In that situation, if I'm worried about my partner, and that's like if somebody's standing over top of me.
It doesn't make it right, bro. It doesn't make it right, bro.
Again, I'm going.
Doesn't make it right.
My view from that.
It doesn't make it right, and you would be an idiot if you would respond that way. Because that's not the right way to do it. You would be wrong, and your ass would be in jeopardy of losing your job.
I'd rather that than him come out shooting kids because he felt like, XYZ.
Doesn't make it right, bro. Doesn't make it right. Whether it's a shot, whether it's a punch, whether it's a chokehold. A man lost his fucking life being choked for selling cigarettes.
And I never said that was right. You comparing something that I agreed with. I'm
just saying, because you're saying if you're that cop, you're going to be fearful that he's going to do something. No, I said
in that situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not speaking generally.
You just said.
Somebody standing over my partner. Yes, I'm going to act. I'm going to react. Now, does that
react how though? React how?
situation?
React how? You just gonna do something blatant illegal
So if I didn't punch him in the face, it'd have been the Goldberg spear from
and that's legal. And that's legal. To tackle somebody is legal.
So
a cop cannot punch somebody in the face.
So you'd rather him get speared and the kid bang his head and crack his skull on the floor.
Listen, anything is
die from that.
Listen, he could have fractured his fucking face and he could have died from internal bleeding. Anything can happen. I'm just telling you. That's why I'm telling you. You can't say if this or this could have happened. You can't say that. That's why I'm saying a cop cannot legally punch somebody in the face like that.
You'd have been fine if he'd have speared your son into the ground.
Yes, because that's legal. That's legal.
Man,
I feel like that's bullshit.
Fuck that.
Lying, but okay.
Don't punch my son or spear him. Do something
exactly. Else. I feel like he's talking out his ass right now because
no, I'm not talking
video.
Sir, I'm talking.
I said I feel like you bullshitting right now.
And I'm telling you why I'm not bullshitting. Because what I'm saying is there is legal ways to do it, and that's illegal. If it's illegal for a cop to tackle somebody, right? Because they're running, because they're in a scuffle, then okay, my son is in a scuffle, you did something legal. Now, if something happens to my son because you did something legal, then we have to deal with that, right? But if it's illegal,
there wouldn't be nothing to come out of that. If he did something legal and he got hurt, that's your son's fault.
No, you might be right. You might be right, but
ain't no might be.
You just said it's legal.
Sir,
you just said it's legal.
Ain't no might.
Sir, it is legal, but somebody could do something legal and they pass away, and you could put the blame on them for doing that. Either way you want
to blame them. So just say that then. That's cool. Don't say, oh, if you do it this way, it's fine because
what I'm saying,
but I still might be mad at the situation.
What I'm saying is, if the cop punches somebody in the face or punches my child on the face, he's not supposed to be doing that, period. Now, if he tackles or does a legal takedown, which is what it's called, a legal takedown maneuver, then I can't say you did something illegal. I could say because of this takedown, my son lost his life or whatever. If it was legal, I could say that still, and then deal with that.
So
but what I'm saying is,
you'd be fine.
What do you do? You said you would deal with that, meaning what?
I didn't say I would be fine with it like that. I said that I could not say it was illegal. That's what I'm saying.
I said if he speared you, would you be fine with it? You said yeah, because it's legal. Rewind.
Right. Listen, I said that because what I'm saying is, you have to understand what I'm saying instead of try to fight me on some bullshit that's going on. No, you are. Because you're trying to twist my words on some bullshit that's going on within our community. Because I said I'm fine with it because it's a legal move. So I'm not going to tell him you did some shit that you wasn't supposed to be doing. That's what I'm saying. I would say you did some shit that caused my son to be injured or die. That's what I would say. So not that I would be fine, but like, yo, son, you shouldn't be fighting. That's why you got spared and lost your life. God rest your soul. Recipe. No, I'm going to be upset still.
Obviously, everybody going to be upset if you lose your child. That's an obvious.
But it's not illegal if you do a legal takedown. That's what I'm saying. So I can't say that you went overboard and did something illegal that wasn't in your job description. That's my point. And for you to say that just because it was a fight and he was concerned that you yourself would do the same thing is really absurd to me, because like that could be your child, whether you're white, black, or whatever. If he does an illegal move or a legal action, then it's wrong altogether. I don't care the situation. I don't care. That cop that killed that lady in Texas saw a gun through the window and feared for his life and pulled the trigger.
No, I don't even think that's what it was in Texas.
No, that is what it was.
They saw the gun later or found the gun later.
No, the cop said he saw the gun when he looked through the window, and that's why he pulled the trigger. That's what he said.
So again, stop generalizing what I'm saying and comparing it to other situations. I'm talking about this right now, this situation. Now, obviously, I'm not defending no other shit. And yes, if I was that police officer, my first job is make sure I get home to my fucking family. So again, in that situation, in that action, seeing my partners bent over in a vulnerable state, my first reaction is protect my partner.
And my point to that is you can protect your partner in other ways.
So if it was legal to punch him in the face, you'd have been fine with it?
If what?
If it was legal, if punching him in the face was a part of a legal fight stopping scenario.
I'm not answering that question because it's not legal. I'm not asking that question.
It seems like the only thing you care about is it being illegal. Right?
Listen. If he did a legal chokehold, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about cops going overboard and doing things that they're not supposed to be doing. We're not talking about.
My question is, you said your main thing is it's an illegal move, correct?
Right. Correct.
If it was legal,
it's not legal, so I'm not answering it. It's not legal. I'm not answering that. It's not legal. Okay. It's not legal. Okay. It's not legal. If it was legal, then again, if it's legal, I can't say nothing about you doing nothing illegal.
How you gonna say I'm not answering it, then answer it? What the fuck?
Because I'm not. Because I didn't answer it. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm not going to tell you.
Your whole thing is your whole premise of argument is it's an illegal move. It's an illegal
right. So I'm not going to answer and say I would be fine with it if it was legal. No, I'm not going to answer that because
you just said that.
No, what I said was, and let me speak slow. And so you can understand and hear me.
Don't worry, we got this recorded.
If it was legal, I wouldn't be able to make the argument that I'm making right now. So but it's
your
not
only
legal.
argument is that it's illegal.
That is my argument, and it's excessive. That's it.
Don't add to it. Your argument is it's illegal.
And it's excessive.
You got anything to add on?
I'm trying to read this real quick. See, but keep going. Yeah, keep going. Trying to see if this punching is legal.
Look it up. Didn't
I just say I was reading?
I know a lot of people that's cops or have been cops or in the law enforcement agency.
That's cool. Any of y'all watching this, please leave your comments below. We want to hear from you.
Tell Yettidee, he wildin'.
Yep. Tell me I'm wildin'. Tell me that your first reaction or your first instinct when you leave to go on duty is not to make it home to your family.
That is not an excuse, sir. That is not an excuse, sir. Sir, yes you are. Yes, you are.
I am not.
You are perpetuating a fucking excuse that all these fucking cops use. We need to be safe and we need to get home to our families. So if I see a man, if I see a man sitting in his car, if I see a man sitting in his car and I tell him to give me his license, and he reached for his fucking wallet to get his license that I just asked for, and I shoot him, it's because I want to get home to my family.
Again,
he
but in that situation, are you in a vulnerable state?
Come on, bro.
Are you in a vulnerable position?
Come on, bro. None of them cops were in a vulnerable state.
What the fuck are you talking about? I just told you that's the whole purpose of it.
None of those cops was in a vulnerable position.
So those cops weren't bent over with their back to him?
None of those cops were in a vulnerable position.
Now you talking out your ass, but okay. You lying.
None of those cops were in a vulnerable
position. You lying.
Next question.
None of them.
Next question.
Now you lying like shit. None of those cops was bent over.
None of them. Pop, play the video. Pop, play the video, please.
Please do. This motherfucker just sent us the video. Now.
Play the video. Play the video. Play the video. That's all I'm gonna say. Let the viewers give their opinion.
Let the viewers respond and add their comments. Please do.
Unbelievable.